Hello, I'm Trine from Ahumi Beads, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a bead woven square diamond shape with smooth edges. So we use a combination of a 2-row brick stitch while tapering in one bead as we move up along the edge, and I'll show you how to do that. Just to give you an example of what it would look like if we didn't taper in like that, you'd get that sort of jagged effect, which can be quite nice as well. But the way that we are going to do it is creating this smooth edge, and I'll show you how to do that.
Okay, so first we're going to start in a PDF that we've imported into Procreate. And we're going to start drawing out a bit of a pattern that we can follow while we're creating our bead weaving. So this pattern is simply for example purposes, so it's going to be very simple, but I'm just showing you here how you can fill in each of those beads just by color dropping within Procreate. Okay, so a bit about the thread that we will use for this project. So as we want our diamond shaped earring to be quite sturdy, we are using a thicker thread, which is Wildfire. It's 0.008 inches, and it is sort of has a coating over it as well, which just adds to that integrity of the shape that we're designing. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use these beads. They're slightly bigger than the 11 size Toho beads, but you can use a range of different beads for this type of project. Just make sure the beads you are using are all uniformed. It will just make it a whole lot easier on your project when the beads are a uniform size. You're going to be able to form that shape of the diamond a lot better. But yeah, I'm just using these ones because they're quite easy to see with the camera close up, and this is your time to play. So use all types of colors, beads, and see what you get. But uniform is best, but you might be able to play around with that as well. So what I'm doing at the moment is a ladder stitch. So I'm doing the center part of the diamond, the row that went across the middle. So it's the row with the most beads across, and it's a 2-bead row. So I'm just doing a ladder stitch to bring that together. And once I've done the ladder stitch, I'll then show you how you do that staggered sort of approach to the sides to make the smooth edge. So once we have that middle row using the ladder stitch, now we are going to begin doing the tapered edges. So we'll see how that all works. Okay, so given that we know how to do brick stitch, we are going under that first bridge of that initial row that we have, and we are going to add 2 beads. Now with those 2 beads, we are going to proceed like it's a 1-row brick stitch. So we're going to pass under that next bridge, and we're going to have 2 single beads side by side. Now, once we have that, all we're doing is going to come back through that second bead, and then we are going to add another 3 beads. Well, we're going to add a bead on top of that second bead that we have, and then we are going to start the next column with 2 beads, and we're going to go under that bridge, and then we're just going to proceed with that 2 bead brick stitch as we normally would, and then I'll show you what happens towards the end of that row. Okay, so we're reaching the end of that row. Now what we want to do is come through or take our thread back down to come out the middle of those 2 rows on that last common column before we want to start the single row again for that tapered effect. So we take the needle back through so it comes out the middle of that column. We add another bead and we stitch that in. Okay, so now that we've come to the end of our row, we just want to stitch our way back up so we are at the top of the row again, so we can proceed the same as we did before. If it helps, you can turn your work around so you're starting from the exact same side that you started previously. We're just going to speed this part up, and we are going to continue on with our brick stitch until we have reached the top of this project, and then we're going to show you how you can weave all your way back down through to your at the middle of the project again and start the process again from there. Okay, so we're back at the middle part now where we can begin weaving our way to the downward point of that diamond shape. So we're just going to follow the same process as we did before. You can turn your project the same way as you had it, so you're working your way up again. But we are just following the exact same process with those rows and with the tapering in of the edges. We are speeding this part up again, making our way through using the brick stitch, going through each of the rows as we had previously. I want to show you what the end result looks like, so bear with us and I'll be back with you shortly. And there you have it. We have completed our diamond shape with smooth edges. So this is what it looks like. Now this is on a smaller scale with bigger beads, so you get different results, but this is the basics to how you achieve this sort of result. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing what amazing projects you guys make out there. Please do send them through to my Instagram, Ahumi Beads. I love seeing what beautiful creations everybody is making. So please do share them with us. And if you are looking for a template to use in Procreate or to print and color in, so you've got your pattern all there ready to go while you're going through each of those rows, then you can download. We have patterns available on our Etsy store. So please do visit that and see if there's anything that can help make it easier for you when it comes to your beautiful beading creations.